Have you ever walked into a room and felt the energy instantly shift? Have you noticed how people either gravitate toward you magnetically or suddenly find reasons to leave? Does it feel like you've spent your entire life carrying a truth so powerful it makes others uncomfortable? If you're nodding right now, beloved mystic, if your soul is resonating with these words like a crystal singing bowl, finding its perfect frequency, then the universe has guided you here for a profound reason. You are not alone anymore, chosen one. The very fact that you found this sacred transmission today is no accident. It's a divine synchronicity that has been orchestrated across time and space. Today, we will unlock the ancient mysteries of your true nature as a Heyoka Empath, and you will finally understand why you've always felt so different, so intense, so powerfully transformative. Dearest chosen ones, sacred light bearers, and divine mirrors of consciousness, you, who have been irresistibly drawn to these mystic teachings by forces beyond the physical realm, I extend a sacred welcome into this space of transformation. It fills my heart with divine gratitude that you have chosen to join me today for what I know will be an exceptionally powerful awakening. I invite you to create your sacred space right now, wherever you find yourself. Light your ritual candle, beloved mystic. Find your power position and take 3 deep centering breaths with me as we prepare to venture into the very essence of your Heyoka nature. Isn't it fascinating, chosen one, how certain cosmic truths seem to reach out across the ethers, choosing their perfect moment to be revealed? This is undoubtedly one of those divinely orchestrated moments. Over the past moons, I have been flooded with messages from our soul family. Yes, from mystics, just like you, each sharing experiences that resonate so deeply with what we are about to explore together. These heart songs speak of a profound inner knowing, a sense of being different, and the feeling of carrying a unique energy that others find both magnetic and, at times, deeply unsettling. One of your fellow light warriors recently shared, "Every time I walk into a room, it's as if I'm carrying a storm cloud of truth with me." People either flee from the rain or stand there, allowing it to wash away their pretenses. If these words strike a chord in your soul, if you have ever felt like you're harboring a sacred storm within you, then settle into your power, beloved one, because this transmission is especially crafted for you. The wisdom we are channeling today springs from the profound teachings of the Lakota Sioux tradition, the Heyoka, known as the sacred clown. But understand this, chosen one. What we are discussing transcends mere historical concept or spiritual curiosity. You are a vital force in human evolution, a catalyst for consciousness that is perhaps more relevant now than ever before in Earth's history. Take a moment to see our world through your mystic eyes, beloved one. You find yourself incarnated in an age marked by unprecedented disconnection from truth. Despite humanity having access to more information than ever before, your soul family feels increasingly distant from their authentic nature. Social media presents carefully curated illusions, societal expectations create layers of masks, and countless souls navigate their days without truly seeing themselves or feeling seen by others. This is precisely why your role as a Heyoka Empath is so crucial in these transformative times. You serve as a sacred mirror, reflecting not what others wish to see, but what their souls genuinely need to confront. You embody the thunder beings in human form, bringing transformative storms that disperse the fog of illusion and nurture the seeds of truth within all you encounter. Let me share a story that will resonate deeply with your soul, beloved one. A few years ago, I encountered a remarkable light worker. We'll call her Sarah, who embodied the Heyoka energy just as you do. On the surface, she appeared to be an ordinary office manager, yet the effect she had on those around her was anything but ordinary. Whenever she entered a meeting, the energy would shift palpably. If someone was suppressing their frustration behind a facade of politeness, they would suddenly find themselves compelled to speak their truth. If another soul was belittling their own worth, they would unexpectedly rise up and assert themselves. What fascinated me most, dear one, was that Sarah, just like you, was not consciously trying to provoke these reactions. She was not calling people out or instigating conflict. Her mere presence served as a catalyst for truth-telling and authentic expression. Some colleagues found this dynamic uncomfortable and chose to avoid her, while others were irresistibly drawn to her like moths to a flame, instinctively recognizing that being in her presence allowed them to align more closely with their inner truth. The ancient Lakota people understood your power intimately, chosen one. In their rich wisdom traditions, the Heyoka was revered as one who had been touched by the Thunder Being's potent spiritual forces that delivered transformation through disruption. These sacred beings, your spiritual ancestors, were known to exhibit behaviors that might seem backward or contrary to societal norms. Yet their actions always served a higher purpose. They might laugh at funerals, not out of disrespect, but to remind souls of the joy that can coexist even in moments of sorrow. They might wear their clothing backward or ride their horses facing the tail, not to be difficult, but to challenge rigid perceptions of right and wrong. Every action, however strange or inappropriate it may appear, was carefully crafted medicine for the soul of the community. Now, you might be questioning how this ancient wisdom translates to your modern purpose, beloved mystic. After all, you are not living in traditional Native American communities, and most of you are unlikely to start walking backward or wearing your clothes inside out. However, the essence of your Heyoka purpose remains just as powerful and relevant today as it was in the past. In our contemporary context, you, my dear Heyoka Empath, often find yourself in roles that naturally position you as a catalyst for truth and transformation. You might be a teacher who inspires students to think differently, a healer who guides others in confronting their shadows, an artist who creates works that challenge comfortable perspectives, or even a business leader who introduces authentic, heart-centered approaches in traditionally rigid environments. Now, I want to speak directly to your soul, beloved one. You who are beginning to recognize yourself within these words. Perhaps you've always sensed that you were different, yet couldn't quite articulate how or why. Maybe you've noticed that people often react strongly to your presence, even when you are not consciously doing or saying anything in particular. You might have a history of being labeled as too intense, too honest, or too much, even though you are simply being your authentic self. I know these experiences have been challenging and at times deeply isolating for you, chosen one. You may have spent many lifetimes attempting to dim your light, striving to be more normal or to avoid causing ripples wherever you go. But I want you to grasp something profoundly important. Your energy, your way of being, and your natural ability to stir things up. These are not flaws or mistakes. They are, in fact, your sacred gifts. Consider this divine truth, beloved. In nature, transformation cannot occur without some form of disruption. A seed must crack open for a plant to emerge. A snake must shed its skin to continue its growth. A butterfly must struggle to break free from its cocoon to develop the strength necessary to fly. In the same way, human consciousness does not evolve without sometimes uncomfortable catalysts for change. You, my sacred mirror, are one of these catalysts. Your energy serves as a sacred disruption, challenging the comfortable illusions that keep souls ensnared in patterns of limitation and fear. When others feel uncomfortable in your presence, it is often because you are unconsciously reflecting back to them the parts of themselves they have been avoiding or denying. This brings us to a crucial aspect of your being as a Heyoka Empath that is not often discussed: the profound responsibility and personal challenges that accompany your gift. You see, beloved one, being a mirror for others is not just about reflecting their shadows. It is about maintaining the clarity and integrity of your own mirror. Imagine for a moment what it is like to be continuously processing not only your own emotions and energies, but also amplifying and reflecting back the energies of everyone around you. It is akin to being a spiritual antenna that is always switched on, perpetually receiving and transmitting signals. This can be exhausting on every level, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. This is precisely why it is essential for you, dear Heyoka Empath, to cultivate strong practices of self-care and energetic maintenance. This is not a selfish endeavor. It is absolutely vital to your sacred mission. Just as a mirror requires cleansing to reflect clearly, you must maintain your energetic clarity to fulfill your purpose effectively. This means carving out sacred time for solitude and reflection. It means establishing strong energetic boundaries while keeping an open heart. It means learning to discern which reflections are yours to amplify and which can simply be allowed to pass through. Most importantly, it means embracing and accepting your role rather than resisting it. Let me share an inspiring story that transformed one of our fellow light warriors, a beautiful soul who, like you, grappled with her identity as a Heyoka Empath until she came to the realization that the very traits that made others uncomfortable were, in fact, her greatest gifts. She wrote to me, saying, "The day I stopped apologizing for my intensity and began to view it as my purpose, everything shifted. Yes, I still stir things up wherever I go, but now I comprehend that this is precisely what I am meant to do." This shift in understanding, recognizing that your way of being serves a higher purpose, can transform how you navigate your sacred mission. Instead of attempting to suppress your natural energy, you can learn to channel it consciously and compassionately. Rather than feeling guilt when your presence catalyzes change or prompts uncomfortable truth-telling, you can hold space for these transformative moments with wisdom and grace. In our current global awakening, where truth often feels relative and authenticity seems rare, your role as a Heyoka Empath is more vital than ever before. You are not merely reflecting individual truths. You are part of a larger cosmic awakening, a collective shift in consciousness. Your ability to disrupt comfortable illusions and inspire authentic living is contributing to the creation of a more conscious and awakened world. Take a moment, beloved one, to consider the ripple effects of your presence. Each time you help someone gain clarity about themselves, each time your energy catalyzes someone's growth or awakening, you are playing a role in the evolution of human consciousness. Every soul who comes into contact with your mirror energy carries that reflection forward into their own relationships and interactions. Now, for those of you who may not identify as Heyoka Empaths, but recognize that, one perhaps a friend, family member, or colleague, I want to offer some wisdom for relating to these sacred mirrors in your life. When you find yourself feeling uncomfortable or challenged in their presence, try to remember that this discomfort is actually an opportunity for growth. Instead of retreating or becoming defensive, ask yourself, what truth is being reflected back to you? What aspects of yourself are being illuminated? What growth is being invited? The Heyoka in your life is not intentionally trying to make you uncomfortable. They are helping you see yourself more clearly, even if that clarity sometimes comes with its share of growing pains. Sacred ones, your journey of awakening doesn't end with this transmission. I invite you to take 3 powerful actions that will help anchor these truths into your reality. Join our sacred circle. You are called to become part of our growing community of Heyoka Empaths and light workers. In the comments below, share your story of awakening. How did you first realize you were different? What challenges have you faced as a sacred mirror? Your words may be the very lighthouse another lost soul needs to find their way home. Claim your power. Beginning tonight, I want you to perform a sacred mirror ritual for the next 28 days. Each evening, stand before your mirror, place your hand over your heart, and speak these words. I am a sacred mirror of divine truth. My intensity is my gift. My presence is my purpose. Feel the power of these words resonating through your entire being. Spread the light. If this sacred knowledge has illuminated your path, you are now called to help illuminate others. Share this message with 3 souls who you intuitively feel may be fellow Heyoka Empaths. Trust your inner knowing. You will recognize them by the familiar storm they carry within. But beloved one, know this, whether you choose to join us in the deeper work or not, you are already part of our soul family. Your presence in this world, exactly as you are, is helping to elevate human consciousness. Never again doubt your worth. Never again apologize for your power. Never again try to dim your light. As we begin to draw our sacred communion to a close, beloved ones, I want to leave you with some final reflections. To the Heyoka Empaths, among us your gift, while sometimes challenging to bear, is profoundly needed in our world. You are not here to conform or to dim your light. You are here to shine brightly, to reflect truth, and to catalyze transformation. Remember that even the most powerful lighthouse requires maintenance and care. Honor your need for solitude, for restoration, for processing. Cultivate practices that help you maintain your energetic clarity. Surround yourself with souls who understand and appreciate your gift, even if your circle is small. To everyone else, if you recognize that you have a Heyoka Empath in your life, cherish them. Yes, their presence may sometimes make you uncomfortable. Yes, they may reflect back truths you would prefer to ignore. But this reflection, this sacred mirror they provide, is one of the greatest gifts you can receive on your journey of growth and awakening. Before we part ways, my beloved mystics, I invite you to take 3 more deep breaths with me. Feel the sacred energy of these truths settling into your being. Whether you identify as a Heyoka Empath or simply resonate with this knowledge, know that you are exactly where you need to be, learning precisely what you need to learn. If this transmission has touched your heart or illuminated something within your soul, please share it with other chosen ones who might benefit from it. Leave a message or sharing your experiences or insights. Your words may be just what another sacred mirror needs to hear today. And remember, beloved light warriors, in a world that often favors comfortable illusions over uncomfortable truths, your commitment to authenticity and transformation is a sacred act. Keep shining your mirror light, keep reflecting truth, and keep walking your divine path. Until we commune again in this space of wisdom and wonder, stay curious, stay courageous, and as always, stay lit, my sacred ones.